Well, so, extension on this challenge, what do you want to do? We could, every time we do this, we take away a part each. So we disallow a part, except for bearings, because we need those. Bearings, seats, and engines.
No, start with bearings.
I...
Make it
We're not-
entirely out of one thruster and several buttons.
Alright! That's what we're doing. Wait.
It doesn't even slightly make sense.
No. You have a thruster, and you have one bearing to use wherever. So you could make your rudder thing, I could do a suspension glitch.
Oh no.
Yeah. Or you could use a suspension glitch, it'll probably be easier.
These are the worst ideas ever.
I know. And the rest of the challenge is is totally there. So like you still are constrained to you can only ever use everything once. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. I love it.
This is not going to work.
Where's
my
already excited.
Start with the mattress. I have a mattress ship this time. Plan is not the accurate statement for what's happening here. Do you use an engine for a thruster, don't you?
No, you don't.
How do you power thrusters again?
They're just automatically powered.
Oh right, you gotta attach a button to them.
Or you could actually attach them to your seat, and your seat will automatically just provide activation. Like, you don't need a button. The button's just because you want it.
Did they add that?
No, that's always been in the game.
Weird.
Yep.
Totally thought you had needed a seat for that. Come on. If I were to attach you... Oh yeah, it just thrusters. Weird. Alright. Race you there. I'm on my way. Oh, whoa. No! Oh, no!
See you later. That's what you get for snarking at me, boy.
Jesus Christ. I can do this. I just need to always power it in the right part of the cycle. And I can get there. Control this. Maybe not. It's really hard with lag.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Well.
Alright, there we go.
Goodbye to that idea. That's cool. My sweet hot mattress.
It was pretty funny. I'll give you that. I actually, oh shoot. In my hide and go house video that I did, I actually did that to Stainless and another guy as a joke. They, like, found my house, and...
How'd that work out?
I turned on their thrusters, and away they went.
And they never came back, and now
Yeah, they didn't, actually, because I was in the pilot seat, and the moment I hit start, they could no longer control the thing. They could only get out. I ruined their vehicle, which I felt kind of bad about, but it was also hilarious.
You say I felt kind of bad a lot, though, so it never stops you.
Is true. When I say I feel kind of bad, I mean, I felt guilty, but not so guilty as to never do it again.
It's a huge pipe.
Did you come back? Oh, I see. You're in the other one. Shoot.
The important thing is to remember is that I don't have a plan. That'll bring all of my decisions to light. Not the direction I want you to go in. Go.
There we go.
Trying to get the lift off center is just an ongoing chore every time.
Yeah. I often just build my things without a lift at all. 'Cause mostly laziness. Alright.
What am I even trying to do right now? I think I had an idea, but I don't think I currently have an idea.
Idly hodily, neighborino. I bring you my vehicle.
No. I didn't ask for it. I don't need your things.
Wait. I need a button on this. I added a horn. It goes dong. Okay, there we go.
There's no reason for this should work. Alright. What is that? Staircase banister.
Oh, so you're adding kind of like a framework beneath. How are you gonna steer this thing though? Have you figured that out yet?
I have a vague concept. I don't have any light
Do you want me to
work.
Do you want me to just do you want me to just teach you how to suspension glitch?
No. I got this. You just gotta learn to believe. Damn it, I don't want you to go there. So go over there. What?
Okay.
Trying to place things exactly where you want is rough, because it tries to center it based on your icon, and you can't, like, offset it at all.
Yeah, it doesn't really...
It's annoying.
It doesn't really like that.
See. Like, if you want to attach something to a point, but you want to attach a different part of your object to that point, as opposed to just the center mass of the object. Like, nope, that's not... Can't do that. Get out of here. What you trying to do?
Okay. I think I need a little bit more thrust on this thing. Which is a problem, because I'm running out of, well, I hit the max. Alright.
Running out of components?
Well, no, I'm not running out of components. I ran out of, I only have one thruster, and I've got it on maximum speed right now.
Oh.
Yeah. That's okay, though.
You'll be fine.
I mean,
I'm here as your moral support.
This thing actually worked out incredibly well. If anything, I'm your moral support.
You are a good person, and
yes.
people say nice things about you.
Fuck, I'm trying to remember what that's from. I know that. I know that. So. I got that reference, but I don't remember which thing. Fuck.
My name is Michael J. Caboose, and I hate babies.
It's been a long time since I've seen any Red versus Blue.
Let's see if this moves. Ah! I didn't know that would happen.
Wait, I'm gonna put you up for a second. First and foremost, you need steering, Dongus. There you go. Try steering now.
What did you do?
You can now.
Right. I didn't attach the steering, so that's funny. So when I first turned it on, it just did maximum rotation immediately with no control.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you just flew wildly out of control.
I was wondering what was going on there.
So first and foremost, I think you need to make that thing wider, because that is not.
No, I got this.
I'm sure.
Gotta rock it back and forth till it falls over.
This game has trouble falling over.
Like that part of The Martian that got cut out of the movie. Yeah.
I sort of lapped. It just didn't lap as much as...
Alright, well...
Yeah. You really should probably extend that. It is very front-heavy and also thin. That was a pretty nice corkscrew spin you had going on there for a bit.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It is a plane. It's carrying an idiot. Oh no, I lost it. How did I lose it?
Here, hop on my garden, and I'll bring you there.
Wait. The fuck?
Hop on my garden.
Midway through walking here, my lift just ceased to have my vehicle on it anymore.
Oh,
so when I placed it, I just lost it.
Oh, whoops. I guess if I hit any kind of bump, it just chucks you. Alright, plan B. Chaos.
It'd be nice if you could assign it as your personal vehicle so you don't have to physically retrieve it constantly.
Yeah, if you could just summon the last vehicle you were in just by pressing a button. Yeah, that'd be
solve
nice.
A lot of the problems that happen. That, like, permanent lag monsters that get spawned into the world.
Yeah. Oh, what was it? Yesterday. Not yesterday. The other day, Bird made this, like, horrible monstrosity, and so I just slapped a thruster to it, turned it on, and let it go away forever, so I'd never have to think about it again. Then I hopped on the server to take a screenshot, and it hit me in the face within the first, like, 20 seconds of me being there, which scared the shit out of me, because there's not supposed to be things moving in this game. And I was really confused.
Alright, maybe I can extend this a bit with signs or something dumb.
Okay. Don't you have any other, like, long pieces that you can work with here? You totally do.
Gosh.
You got some pipes that you haven't used yet. The
Gosh.
other ones.
These things don't attach the way I want them to. That's annoying. Put you on a stand. Having collisions with the floor. Can't touch the side of that thing. Okay, what am I missing here? Oops. I keep clicking on stuff. I keep, like, just clicking on an option in the menu and then leaving it, and then realizing I didn't in any way drag it to a bar, so I don't have it.
Whoops.
I'm like, god damn. Which ones do I have already? Like a short beam. Got a fair number of different things on this thing already.
Do you want me to just dump shit on the ground that you haven't used yet? You can figure out how the welding tool works?
Yo.
Dude, I don't think you should do that. I think you should probably put that closer to the center.
I'm
Maybe?
sorry, whose vehicle is this nightmare?
You're right. It's just... This game doesn't have the same gravity physics that you think it does. Your thing's just gonna flip on its front at the very
And
least.
attach the side of that. Damn it. D. Ooh. Short one will help. This is absurd. Alright. Alright.
You definitely want
What
to put
could go
something on the
wrong?
front.
What
Like,
could go wrong?
you're gonna run into
Please
problems.
rotate the correct direction. There we go.
I meant the front on the bottom, not the front on the top. Like, that thing's gonna
Why?
nosedive as soon as you start. Because your thruster's providing, yeah. Because that'll counter it. Because otherwise your thruster's just gonna make a nosedive really fast. Can you steer?
Question mark?
Yeah, the other problem is you are automatically top-heavy by merit of your dwarf. Surprisingly...
Cool, I got this. Yeah, nothing about this goes quite the way you'd expect it to.
It,
Turning left impossible. I think turning left is actually
well,
impossible.
so the problem is you're,
Turning right is easy. Turning left is impossible.
Yeah, the problem is your thruster just makes you strafe weirdly, so the reason why you turn is because you've got weird drag. And so the reason why you're turning one way easier is because one's providing more drag than the other side. Because your banister thing probably has less drag because it's got less contacts with the ground.
A weird nightmare. So as you may have noticed, when we talked about thrusters, I immediately was like, "Whoa, no wheels on this."
Well, remember,
no.
you can't use a bearing, so what are you going to use that wheel for? It's just dead weight. Those things don't spin automatically.
Oh, we can't use bearings?
Oh, you can use one bearing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if that's the case, I forgot.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is on a bearing, because it's rotating.
You should probably consider going back and adding, like, some kind of rudder to that thing.
I
Ish.
should probably go back and consider a better challenge for myself.
Yeah, you only gimped yourself because suspension... really, you just need to learn how to do the suspension glitch, man.
I don't like the concept of it, though.
Why?
Because it seems to give you every car, like, psychic power controls of just like, I'm moving with my mind, none of the physics of this thing matters.
So you're saying you never wanted psychic powers as a kid, and you never fantasized about being a wizard?
No, I'm just saying that once you
secretly?
have the suspension glitch, it seems that every vehicle I see that has it doesn't move with any kind of logic. So it seems like you could just add it to anything and it will magically work, which makes it so that none of the both buildings seem to mean anything.
At the same time, right now, your thing is destined for repeated failure up until you give up and make something new.
Well, yeah, it was destined for failure the moment we decided to make a thruster-only vehicle with one thruster.
I mean,
and then try to make
here.
it controllable.
Hop on mine, drive it around.
I mean, well, that comes down to the fact that you've played this for like 200 hours, and I've played it for 4.
Man, if you use a suspension glitch, you could totally just achieve this. Drive around on it for a second. It's a little spinny.
Yeah, there's nothing steering this.
Yeah.
There's nothing that makes the steer.
Yep. It's just
Oh,
glitch
well,
physics.
I'm stuck forever.
I mean, you can totally turn around to that.
There we go.
Like, I agree with your logic, but at the same time,
Whoa.
it gives access to so many more functional
This
things.
makes
Let
it not...
Yeah,
What
let
an
it go down a
interesting
little
place
bit.
to get stuck.
This
Got
game
stuck
has
on the lip.
this game has dumb gravity. It really does. Like, if this game
Rotates
had perfect,
like crazy.
if it had perfect physics, your logic would make a lot
Here we
more
go.
sense to me. But this game's like weird and broken to begin with, so I would
I don't know,
rather.
it just bothers me that this thing doesn't have a mechanic on it that makes it steer.
Yeah.
And
But
yet
it's
I
a-
can steer it.
It's a fucking video game, man. There's no way that that thruster would actually be doing what it's doing. You need a fuel reserve
Yeah.
at that point.
No, I just feel like, what are we building then, though? If everything magically works because of
What?
like the pixie
No,
dust you
you
put
can
on it, basically.
turn. Honestly, with a suspension glitch, your thing would still be a piece of garbage. Here, I'm gonna go slap a suspension glitch on the bottom of yours.
This thing's functionally a symmetrical rectangle with the suspension glitch on it and a thruster. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing about it that makes it controllable besides the magical game-breaking thing. Although I am upside down, so I don't know if I'm gonna get past this one now.
That's part of the that's part of the problem, because like your alternative, your alternative that you're
over.
like gonna have to experience or deal with is
I'm cartwheeling forever now, trying to flip over. Got this, damn it. It's gonna flip back over. Now my dwarf's just horrifyingly obese, and he is not going to let me get back on top.
yeah, you're pretty much boned there.
Go. Go. Oh, there we go. The thing I had to do was just stop using the thruster entirely and have the suspension glitch fix all my problems.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
So if you're watching my stream and you don't know anything about scrap mechanic, the suspension glitch is a thing involving the piston that just makes stuff kind of move around on its own, more or less.
Suspension, not piston.
Which-
There are no pistons in this game, sadly.
Oh. Like, so as you can see, this thing has no wheels
Fuck.
and no thruster being used right now, but it moves! With
Keith,
perfect
where are
left
you?
and right rotation.
Let me explain to you why you're partly
Is
wrong.
a dirty hacker.
This thing is janky as shit, and I still can't drive your vehicle.
I'm never, and no part of my argument even slightly hinges on the quality of my vehicle.
Eh. But you said
None of
every
that.
vehicle suddenly magically works.
The weird
Yours,
nightmarish cesspool. Well, the problem is that with the suspension glitch, you can make nothing work. Like, you just make a rectangle and it's a functional vehicle and you're done.
this is just a long rectangle with dumb shit attached to it. Like, look, I have more control flying this thing through the sky than I do trying to get it along the ground, and that's only
Yeah.
because it doesn't
It is
have
a
to worry about
thruster-based
contact.
vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, this is me using the mechanics of the game to try to cobble together a solution where something that has to drag on the ground could try to move and steer with one thruster. So I have like a rotational point, and I have a point of thrusting.
I mean,
and as someone
I-
who's literally never designed something like that before, this is what I made on my first try.
Okay, do we want to try that again? Where we'll follow your challenge to the letter, but only that, like unlimited use of any part, but no suspension glitch, one thruster, one bearing.
Sure, we can try that. I'm not super into trying to make one again, but I'm interested in seeing what you'll make.
Well,
Let's do
okay,
it.
no. So what I was thinking, I want more bearings though because I want to program something in there so I could do kind of like a weird turning
No,
mechanism.
no.
Just one? All right.
You're getting into the thing that I made, so go make something better with the same rules. Don't change the rules immediately, then that's not the same thing.
Well, no. Because, like, what I would be doing would be, like, adding a stabilization mechanism that it can take on and off. As opposed to whatever. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, the issue I have with the suspension glitch is I just feel like once you start using it, it kind of feels like nothing matters when you're building. Because everything will just work by default, so you don't have to, and so the whole part of like where you're having to be scrappy with your mechanics and everything, make something buildable, like it's kind of thrown out the window. You can still make fun nonsense all the time, which is fine, but like you can't, like you don't have to build. There's nothing. You're not really like having to build vehicles anymore, right?
I'd say you still have to build vehicles, like, there's still a lot of challenges, and honestly, I'd say it opens the game up a lot. Yeah, the challenge is no longer as mechanical as it used to be.
Admittedly, it's worrying to me that it seems to be very difficult to make a vehicle even slightly work without the suspension glitch sometimes.
That's part of the reason why I'm a little bit more forgiving here.
That's a little worrying me, mainly because like the game's been out for a while.
Yeah.
So watching when people put out vehicles that don't have suspension glitches and seeing them not do so hot always a little worrying, based on like the time. Let's see.
Oh, wait. Can I do two thrusters actually, just for balance? Yeah, two thrusters is not bad. They're gonna be hooked up in the same way.
No, you gotta do it. You can't do that. You can't.
No.
You can't rip into my vehicle, and then when I tell you to follow those rules, you then keep trying to find another out.
The only reason why I'm doing this is because there's no odd block thruster. Like, I can't balance this to turn properly. I could, but the only difference is I'm going to list slightly to one direction. Or, you know what? No. I'm going to cheat your challenge, but not the way you're thinking.
Would, and I know
nope. Shut your face hole.
This entire conversation is you've been finding loopholes out of it.
No. I'm trying to open it up so it actually makes sense in some ways. Okay. Nah. You're not reading my handbook here. Shut your face.
I've known you long enough. I know what's happening. I'm used to it, Wanderbot, you dirty save scummer, you dirty power leveler, you rule changer.
Okay, let's do this. Actually, just have that be the default.
For some reason, I just started making a big platform, and I don't know why I started doing that. I just kind of started having a big flat platform of flat objects. Why am I doing this?
Okay.
Is that the same object or a different one?
No.
That's the same object. See. That's a big one.
There we go. Nope. Apparently not. Oh, I see.
Let's see.
Here, Keith, look at this.
What's up?
Look at this and tell me that this is really breaking your challenge.
What would be breaking it?
The rotated 45-degree up thruster. Just so it's centered on a odd block vehicle.
No, I don't. Fine.
There we go. Close enough. It's using another bearing, but...
So you know earlier you weren't saying use a second bearing, you were saying use a second thruster earlier.
Well, no, so either I was going to do a second thruster or a second bearing, so I could get the thrust coming, like the center of thrust, coming off the center of my vehicle. If that makes sense. Because as
we can pretend it all makes sense.
Well...
We are the gods of this world.
when you put thrusters, like, on a vehicle, you have a center of thrust. Like, the force that is being input to your vehicle is coming from, like, some level of axis on your machine. And, if it's off center, you're either gonna tilt or something weird's gonna happen. So what I wanted to do was offset that by centering the thruster somehow. And since there's no odd shaped thruster, you know, 3 blocks or 1 block, I'm stuck with either. I'm pretty much stuck with nothing.
Yeah.
So instead, I cheated a bit, used an extra bearing to rotate it up 45 degrees, so I have a center base thruster, which actually looks really nice. Okay. There we go.
Say that I have a plan would be putting it strongly. Get this going. Oh no, I can't rotate it differently. Oh. Put a slight wall here. Oops. Mouse is breaking. I need to replace it. Infuriating me. I think I told you already, but I've got that issue where your mouse will just start double-clicking for no reason.
Yeah,
Well,
you did.
Not for no reason. It's double-clicking because it's breaking. And it needs to be replaced.
Mice
As
are
it starts
pretty
getting
cheap.
sensitive phantom clicks. Gonna have to fix that.
Mice are very cheap.
They are.
Okay.
No idea what's gonna do when I try to use this.
So did you hear any of Bird's
Right.
glowing
Hearing.
praise of the Amazon shipping service that he has?
His glowing praise of
Great.
the company he works at?
Well, no, it's like a specific shipping service that Amazon has specifically in Seattle right now, where if they've got it in warehouse, they will get it to you in 2 hours.
Uh-oh. Too much surface area. It's not gonna move.
Okay.
Alright. Up there. Gotta add tracks. I could just get any moment now. My idiot savant mode's gonna click right in, and I'm gonna do something just unforeseen by any and all people.
All right.
And it'll be
I'm
talked
done.
about on the subreddit for years as
Check.
the guy who revolutionized scrap mechanic.
Challenge complete.
Move now? No, it doesn't. Okay, some of it just comes down to the fun of figuring out how mass works on a vehicle versus a thruster.
So do I win a prize?
Wonder how heavy these objects are.
Very heavy, occasionally.
I don't think this is gonna go anywhere.
Even mine is too heavy now.
Oh no!
Well, there
It's
you
right
go.
over. Alright, that was a bad idea. That was a... out?
This is actually really cool. I need more thrusters, though.
Could go a little smaller than this.
This ain't cheating.
That's always a good sign when you start a sentence that way.
No. The thrusters are pointed backwards so I can back up. So I
The
don't
thing
have
I'm
to...
adding is legit. I can say that because I'm the one making the rule.
It's totally legit. Shut your face, Bits. I've already beaten the challenge.
Oh shit, that's not where I want that to go.
Okay. There we go. Oh god, I forgot I need a button on that. Okay, here we go.
Ah, that fucking ramp
What the...
ruins me.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm failing to dismount the launching platform mostly.
I've noticed. It's kind of majestic.
Oh,
So
I almost flipped.
Where did you go? Oh,
Yes,
you're over there.
no, yes.
All right, I'm coming over.
Okay. Softer than that, perhaps.
Watch out for this tree. Cornfield's kind of a pain in the ass.
Going right up this goddamn hill's what's gonna happen. Oh, no. Oh, fucking physics.
Are we racing now? Is
No.
that what we're doing?
Okay. This physics is nonsense.
It is a little wonky. I'll give it that.
So what'll happen is I'll be tipping over like really, really slightly, and I'll let off the power to try to slow it back down, and then I'll abruptly flip over in a split second completely. I'm like, what? Those moments make it pretty rough to keep going sometimes. Come on, flip back over. Believe in you. In you. Oh, yes, no, yes. Haha. Okay.
So, do I get a prize for winning?
Low-ish. There's literally never been a prize in anything we've ever done.
I know. I'm just feeling slightly vindicated here that I solved the challenge really easily with a very simple solution.
So then why do you use a suspension glitch?
Because
Just play the real game.
Suspension glitch is way more fun. Like, this vehicle is awkward and not fun to drive.
But it's like a catch-all.
Is it?
It's like instead of playing an RPG with a bunch of classes and tactics in it, you press the button that makes you invincible.
Nah.
And you skip
It's
all
not
of
like
the
that at all.
mechanics, and then
Dude,
you don't have to play it anymore.
I made a fucking train, and the only way that train was going to turn...
That's not getting out of there.
Since you can't do tank turning in this game with, one side and then the other side, well, you could, but it would require buttons. It'd suck.
Oh shit, it's still powered. Whoop. Oh, right, because if you get off the vehicle while the thruster's still on it, it stays full thrust. Right about that. Move a bit.
The sad part is, this thing actually made it up the hill faster than our weird hodgepodge machines.
Oh, yeah. Than things that actually drive on the ground.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is, this thing actually drives omnidirectionally. Actually, it drives... Holy shit, this thing drives better when it's upside down. No, seriously, look at this. It's like, it's using my dwarf's face as a rudder.
Gross.
It's, yeah,
Rudder.
I've eaten all of the earthworms. But like,
I'm having the same experience I had with the ground vehicle I made last time.
Look at
where
this.
it mostly can control until I get to the hill, and then everything goes out the window the moment we're on an incline. And I can't even tell how physics works at that point.
I forget.
On.
Turning is backwards on this thing.
Oh, no. Definitely the rough thing about a thruster is not being able to turn around.
Well, that's I guess it wouldn't fit on yours, but I have two thrusters.
Yeah, but that was...
No, man.
That was not the thing.
No, shut your face. Being able to back up instead of getting off your thing like you're doing, Captain Cheatham Pants.
Well, I'm starting over. That's not cheating.
I'm
just well aware of the fact that I'm not going to get back up the hill again.
Yeah. And I'm well aware of the same thing, but I put a mechanism on my vehicle, as outlined in the game mechanics, that lets me back up.
Oops. Probably should just turn the thruster down at this point.
Okay.
But when you turn it down, it doesn't move anymore. Alright, maybe not that much. There we go.
Okay, now I can turn my thing around. Well, upside down. Never mind. Fuck.
Nope. It always goes right. Why is it always going right? Am I off center? I guess I'd have to be off center because this vehicle can't really be centered. Oops. Take that out. Put it on the track if I'm going to try to work on it. See. How do I fix my nightmare? Whoa, mouse, where are you going? Alright.
You know what? Did you ever watch Speed Racer when you were a kid? Or no? No, you never watched cartoons. What am I saying here?
Thought as a kid, but I don't really remember it, besides the fact that it was really clear that the voice actors had to deal with a preset amount of lip flaps, so they would just say nonsense really rapidly, and then end it with ah.
This is true. I remember... I think the only episode I remember was an episode where, for whatever reason, this woman was sick and or injured, and there was this, like, kind of asshole guy that was always like, cars are stupid and I hate them.
Why do you think I never watched cartoons?
I asked you what cartoons you watched as a kid, and you said you'd never watched them and you didn't like any of them.
What? No, that is not at all true.
I asked you what was your favorite cartoon as a kid, and you gave me like a really flippant answer. I'm like, all right, Keith does not watch cartoons.
No.
Well,
What?
No, this was when we were playing Scrap Mechanic.
What the fuck? Where are all these blocks? I got screwed a little bit by something just now. That was weird. I think you're talking about the conversation where we talked about like whether or not any '80s animation was good.
No.
And you're extrapolating this to be a completely different conversation.
No. I asked about cartoons in general.
Cartoon channels as a kid.
You added '80s. I asked you if you watched cartoons.
We had a conversation about how like. I think it was about how Michael Bay supposedly ruins all these properties.
No.
I was talking about how actually all these cartoons were shitty to begin with, for the most part.
We were playing Scrap Mechanic. This is the first time we were playing Scrap Mechanic while we were working on our... You have not made it an inch up this hill.
Well, I had a click mistake where I tried adding little nubs to this thing and somehow ended up with a giant cement platform to try to unmake. I think it was a mouse thing again, but it was an interesting thing. I was like working on these little studs one by one. Then I went around behind my vehicle and had a massive platform on the other side. I'm like, where'd that come from? Oh shit. I definitely watched a lot of cartoons.
Okay.
I watched Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon like every day as a kid. I knew, and so I watched like the Johnny Bravo and Powerpuff Girls and Ed, Edd and Eddy and Wild Thornberrys and I'm Stuck in the Wall still. I wish I could rotate this.
So... The problem I'm seeing with your vehicle is simply...
Oh, right, you can rotate it when you put it down.
Oh, hey, Keith. You want a recommendation? I know how to get yours to work. You're currently not doing it.
But how could it not work? It's a hashtag.
Okay, no. It's your turning. Your hashtag is fine. It's your turning that sucks.
What's going on with the turning this time?
So what you need is omnidirectional turning.
What does omnidirectional turning mean in this context?
If I add an engine to your thing, you can actually turn your thing 360 degrees and always aim yourself up whatever surface you're trying to go. Because what you're trying to do is you're working with like a really limited rotation set, which is your issue.
There's different axes of turning in this game?
Well, no. Here, let me just slap it down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. This might make it top heavy, which is an issue, but whatever. This will be really easy to fix. Okay.
Dad, I really don't want to care. I really don't care if you want to call it a hashtag or a sharp or a pound sign or one of the 7 other names it has.
Actually, we probably
including the real name that no one uses that I've already forgotten. That's some weird, long lost word. So what was the thing about 6 Speed Racer?
Oh, there was like a woman that was sick or injured or something like that, and her father was like, "Oh, oh no, did you turn the engine on?"
I haven't touched anything.
Okay, you just had a bit of a gyroscopic car for a second, or car hashtag.
What was even happening?
It was just having a bit of a shimmy.
What have you added to this thing?
There we go.
Are those controllers? No, that's not the right thing.
I took the controllers off. Okay. These engines.
I was trying to identify the weird things on the sides. There's still parts in this game I've never used yet.
Okay, so what this does is if you press button 1, you turn counterclockwise. Button 2, clockwise. And that way you can always aim yourself up the surface that you're trying to go. That might be... that's a little much. There you go. Give it a go.
That looked like it was... It looks like a spine destroyer when it's being piloted.
So this way you can always kind of aim yourself up, depending.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't rebind the keys. Let me give you a bit of... There you go.
Anything besides 1 and 2?
Yeah. Like, it'd be really nice if you could bind them to, like, mouse keys or anything else.
Yeah. I basically made sort of like an omnidirectional sled.
Yes.
That has a thruster on it.
Yes.
This is basically what I was trying to design, but I was stuck with my only knowledge of car steering, basically. Oh, whoa. Physics, what are you doing right now?
It's colliding really hard. This game has the really
Weird.
bad collision physics.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't have future plans that involve going up slopes
No.
anymore.
That's part of the challenge. You gotta compete with what you're given.
Game does not know how to handle slopes at all, though.
Yeah, no, it does. Collisions are
That part of it is
stupid.
beyond early access and just is like it's in the planning stages.
Well,
still.
this game was made in Unity. We all know that Unity's physics engine is not
That's
as...
their fault, though. That's their fault. They made a physics-based game.
I mean, it's also their first game. Like, compared to a lot of people, this game is freaking phenomenal for...
Oh yeah, I'm playing Anima right now. I know what bad games are like.
Yeah. I always have the trouble... I feel
That game
really
is
like...
the Sonic of bad games.
I feel really racist for saying this, but like... it feels like a lot
That's
of
a
like...
bad sentence to continue.
No, like a lot of foreign studios, their first games are always just like, huh. And I'm always it makes me wonder like what kind of game design studios a lot of these people went to. There you are.
Bird.
Sorry. Yeah.
Bird, I'm writing the Octothorpe hashtag sharp £. You gotta be politically correct, like LGBTQT or whatever, and say every single title in a row, otherwise somebody gets mad about what you call it. Wait, I can't make it up this slow.
No. Maybe?
Or maybe I can.
Yeah, you can.
Physics!
Thrusters.
Wow. So I was just this one rotational step away from making this thing work.
Yeah. Yeah, you
There
were.
we go.
Remember how I did that, because that's actually a really useful thing. I used that for rotating cannons.
How did you do it?
Okay, let me...
I see buttons and engines.
let
You
me
assign
you know
each button. Oh, because there was 2 bearings. So did you
Yeah,
assign
there's
one
2
engine to each bearing,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
a button
so...
to each? Okay.
Yep, and I
could
flipped
probably
one of the
piece that
bearings
together.
around. Yeah, if
Yeah, this
you...
worked. This worked better than any of the vehicles I've had so far.
Yep.
And now that I'm on top, we
getting
celebrate.
on right now.
Woohoo! Destabilize. Oh my goodness.
Did you just press 1 and go?
I'm pressing 2 and forward a lot right now. Turning into a Beyblade. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh man, we should do
I
Beyblades
look
again.
like I'm a breakdancing bot.
It's been 100 episodes since we've done Beyblades. We should do it again.